Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Data Cloud Now. We're currently in San Francisco, where I'm now delighted to be joined by Heather Polan, Chief Strategy and Insights Officer at Brooklyn Data, along with Frank Goedhart, VP Enterprise Applications at Magnite. Such a pleasure to be with both of you here today.
Absolutely.
Thank
Nice
you
to
so
be
much for
here.
having us.
All right, let's dive right in. Heather, to start, I'd love to examine the big picture. In an era where AI is becoming ubiquitous, how do you see the increasing need for a robust data strategy and data literacy across all levels of an organization impacting businesses' ability to innovate responsibly and effectively?
I think that's a great question and a great one to start out with today. You know, first, let me just start by saying I think that AI has had a tremendously positive impact on data. The ability to actually ingest, cleanse, govern our data in such an effective and efficient manner has been just a key accelerator for all of us. And I think as you look across our clients at Brooklyn Data, many of them are data rich.
Right.
They have loads and loads of data. And the exciting part of the ability to quickly ingest, cleanse, and govern is that you can take those data insights and quickly get to the action now. Now, the challenge is we're doing that at a rapidly accelerated pace. And with that accelerated pace comes the need for strong data governance
Right.
and strong data intelligence. Without data strategy and data intelligence, you run the risk of a somewhat, I don't know, I would say chaotic environment.
Right.
Where it can lead to things like biased data, the misinterpretation of data, and even as far as reduced ROI. And so organizations that can really hone in on how do we empower and enable our entire employee base across data will really come out as winners, because those employees will then be able to really start to identify where there is bias. They'll be able to start to understand where those right questions are that they should be able to ask. And I think that organizations that can get to this data intelligence across that full employee base, as you mentioned, and do it quickly, are those that are really going to see just tremendous and rapid success in the area.
I couldn't agree more, Heather, and thank you so much for that big picture view. And it's great to be joined by your customer at Magnite. Frank, Magnite works with many of the world's most notable brands to optimize their talent strategies and drive business performance. Can you talk a little bit about your overall journey with data?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our journey started roughly 3 years ago when our internal organization basically asked us, hey, how can you help us be scalable? How can you help us be repeatable and basically build out the organization so we are ready for growth? So that's where our journey started, and we basically gathered our requirements, and that's also where we started to be involved with Brooklyn Data, asking them, hey guys, this is what we're looking for. Can you help us engineer an architecture that is sustainable also for the future and will at least last for 5 years, where the products that we're using are interchangeable as well.
Right.
So that if we want to use another data lake, we can do that without any problems. So they helped us really to come up with an architecture which includes Snowflake, Metaplane, Fivetran for data ingestion, Sigma for reporting, and dbt to basically do all the ETL. And we've been able to establish a base layer and strong data foundation that's now empowering our organization in such a way that we are seeing, especially on the finance side, that where they used to pull a lot of data manually from products a couple of times a day to fully automated workflows that power their reports, their dashboards, I think within 15 minutes, which is amazing if you compare that especially to where we were 3 years ago.
No, absolutely, and it's wonderful to hear the power of that broader ecosystem. And now I want to dive in, Heather, to Brooklyn's data partnership with platforms like Snowflake. How is it preparing to guide clients through this next phase of data-driven innovation and AI-powered business transformation? And what are the tangible business results you're already seeing?
Yep, so Snowflake, we love Snowflake. And we love Snowflake because many of our clients, as I mentioned, are going through large data transformations. And as they're going through these transformations, we are building out their data on Snowflake. And we love it because we know the data will be clean.
Right.
We know the data will be secure. And we know the data will be AI ready. And as we go through these journeys with our clients, we are going through everything from data maturity all the way through AI readiness. So think anything from use case development all the way through the build of a robust data infrastructure. And what that's really enabling us to do is start with descriptive analytics, move to predictive analytics, and then get to automated action off of all of that data. Snowflake allows us and our clients to run all of this from one central location. And so the benefits we've seen to our clients really have been around a tremendous decrease in time to insight. So if you think about the data and the ingestion of it, but the time to get to the actual insight and then the action off of that insight. And so as a result of that decreased time, there's an increase in ROI for them as they really continue down these journeys. I'll tell you, that gets me really excited for our clients, as you can tell.
Love to hear it. Yeah.
I get really passionate. It makes me really excited, but what makes me most excited is that when I speak with our clients as they come through these transformations and as we continue on these journeys, they're feeling empowered to leverage the data. They're feeling like the data is actionable and the insights they're gleaning are actually contributing to their business and business growth.
It's wonderful to hear how Snowflake's ease of use platform is allowing that broader ecosystem the ability to do more faster. And Frank, I know we dug into this in the prior question, but how is this combination of Brooklyn Data and Snowflake serving to supercharge business outcomes for your team on a daily basis?
Well, Brooklyn Data really helps us to curate the environment, and Snowflake is such a versatile platform that it really helps you to go from having really small operations to grow really big if you want to. And we can basically do that at our own pace, and Brooklyn is with us really like every step of the way to guide us and to advise us on how we can use best practices in Snowflake to accommodate and basically really empower our business with the outcomes that they need. So I think in our journey over the past 3 years, it was really amazing to see we had a plan.
Yeah.
And well, I love when a plan comes together, I would say.
I think we all do.
And we now really see a very high adoption also on the business side by using the tech stack that we created to really deliver on consolidated reporting, where we bring data from our VMS, but also data from internal sources like our financial systems or ServiceNow or and Salesforce, to have that overview and providing insights in what we need to do the operational processes on our end, whether it's validations or whether it's providing new insights.
It's great to hear. Now I want to look towards the future. Before we wrap, what's next? Heather, why don't we start with you?
What's next for Brooklyn Data and Snowflake? I think continued partnership. As I mentioned, we love Snowflake, and when we're seeing great results and return on investment for our clients. So we'll continue down that path with Snowflake. And I would say continuing down the path with Magnit and Frank, and clients like Frank, to really continue to push the envelope on gleaning the insights, moving to action, helping them realize the ROI. I won't tell you exactly what's coming next for Magnit and Brooklyn Data.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Maybe next year, Frank and I will be back and we can share the great stuff we're cooking up.
I love it. And Frank, from your seat.
Yeah, so I think really right now the focus is to have a strong data foundation and make sure that all the data that is in there has a really high quality so that we are ready for the AI era.
Yeah.
Because it will come. And although we might not be ahead of the pack, we're definitely not last in the pack as well. So we're making sure that we are ready to embrace AI as well so it can support our business and basically grow our business further.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. Say 12 months from now, let's do a follow-up conversation.
We will be
good.
here.
Absolutely.
And for the audience watching, I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you out there.